In the summer of 1950, Enrico Fermi, a well-known Italian physicist, with his co-workers at Los Alamos National Laboratory, New Mexico, was having their usual conversation. In the middle of it, Enrico Fermi suddenly asked, "Where is everybody?" At first, they laughed at the question. But his co-workers knew that the question resembles a deeper meaning. They all knew that Fermi was pertaining to extraterrestrial life. Enrico Fermi was an Italian and later naturalized American physicist and the creator of the world's first nuclear reactor, the Chicago Pile 1. He has been called the architect of the nuclear age and the architect of the atomic bomb. He was one of very few physicists to excel in both theoretical physics and experimental physics. Fermi was awarded the 1938 Nobel Prize in Physics for his work on induced radioactivity by neutron bombardment and for the discovery of transuranium elements. With his colleagues, Fermi filed several patents related to the use of nuclear power, all of which were taken over by the U.S. government. He made significant contributions to the development of statistical mechanics, quantum theory, and nuclear and particle physics. Fermi's question regarding extraterrestrial life has brought questions to science to date. The outline of the question runs: 1. The Milky Way contains hundreds of billions of stars, and billions of them are similar to the Sun. 2. It is highly likely that some of these stars will have planets that are similar to Earth. 3. If we assume, via the Copernican principle, that Earth is not particularly special, then intelligent life should also exist on some fraction of these Earth-like planets. 4. Some of these intelligent lifeforms might develop advanced technology, and even interstellar travel. 5. Interstellar travel would take a long time, but as there are many Sun-like stars that are billions of years older, there has been plenty of time for such travel to have occurred. 6. Given all this, why haven't we met or seen any trace of aliens? Where is everybody? Fermi died in 1954, but his study was continued by other scientists such as Michael Hart. Hart believes that more research in biochemistry, planetary formation and atmospheres was needed to better narrow down the answer. He argued that intelligent aliens could already have visited Earth at some point in our planet's history, unless they started their journey less than 2 million years ago. He thought the apparent lack of such visits is most likely due to the lack of intelligent aliens. But he outlined 4 other potential explanations as well. Aliens never came here because of physical difficulty that makes space travel infeasible, which could be related to astronomy, biology or engineering. Aliens simply chose never to visit us. Advanced civilizations beyond Earth arose too recently for aliens to reach us. Aliens have visited Earth in the past, but we have not observed them. For years, scientists have tried exploring this question. This brought to the development of a mathematical equation by physicist Frank Drake. N equals R asterisk FPNEFL FIFCL. The equation aimed to find the number n of intelligent civilizations within the boundaries held by the subsequent factors, in our case, the Milky Way galaxy. The commonly cited numbers for these variables simplify the equation to n equals 10 times 0.5 times 2 times 1 times 0.1 times 0.1 times L, which simplifies even further to n equals L, 10. We as a civilization have been broadcasting into space since 1974, so, according to this equation, even if we cease to exist as a species in 2074, there would be 10 intelligent civilizations in our galaxy alone. To break these numbers down further, scientists use the Kardashev scale, which splits intelligent life into 3 categories. Type 1 civilizations are able to use all the energy available on their home planet. We are approaching this. Most scientists agree that we are currently at a 0.7 on the Kardashev scale, with a full Type 1 being about a century off. Type 2 civilizations can control and channel all the energy of their host star. And Type 3 civilizations have access to power equivalent to that of their host galaxy. Even before the Drake equation and the Kardashev scale, many scientists were convinced that there must be a plethora of intelligent civilizations sprinkled across the galaxy. If it wasn't Fermi and his co-workers' lunchtime conversation, that doubt was cast upon the old theories, and the outcome of that conversation continues to challenge even contemporary mindsets. Originally, the question was meant to attack the idea of interstellar travel, the possibility of which Fermi wasn't confident in. But the question remains: if there were civilizations scattered across the stars by the billions, why haven't we heard from them? It is from these questions, the Drake equation, and the Kardashev scale, that the true paradox was born. The Milky Way is about 10 billion years old and 100,000 light-years across. If aliens had spaceships that could travel at 1% of the speed of light, the galaxy could have already been colonized 1,000 times. Why haven't we heard from any other life? That very question is the Fermi paradox has sparked numerous explanations for the silence we've been experiencing. Some scientists think that the silence is the product of something they've coined the Great Filter, an evolutionary wall impermeable to most life. For these scientists, there are two basic possibilities regarding the Great Filter. It's either behind us or in front of us. If it's behind us, scientists have speculated that it may have occurred at the creation of life itself or at the jump from single-cell prokaryotes to multi-cell eukaryotes. Either way, it implies that we are a rare case and that communication isn't happening because we're one of very few, if any, survivors. If the Great Filter is ahead of us, on the other hand, then we're not receiving communication because advanced civilizations have hit the wall and ceased to exist, implying that we too will hit that wall eventually. Other scientists have come up with other explanations for this literal radio silence. Perhaps most of the universe is colonized and communicating, but we're stuck in a desolate area far from the action. Or maybe Type 3 civilizations simply don't care about communicating with inferior life like us. If they have all the power of an entire galaxy, maybe they can't be bothered by us and our handheld cell phones. Some scientists even think that the lack of communication might be due to the existence of a predator species of which intelligent civilizations are afraid, and thus they refrain from transmitting so as not to reveal their location. The general consensus, however, is that if there are others out there transmitting signals, we're probably just listening wrong. We don't have the appropriate technology or understanding of the universe to receive or decode any messages just yet. Though the numerous scientific studies following the Fermi paradox shows very little probability of extraterrestrial life other than what we have on Earth, it opened one of the most important quests in human history. It helped us push ourselves to dig deeper in finding answer it presented to us. Are we alone? Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It greatly helps small channels like this mine. You may also click the notification bell icon for future alerts when new videos are out. You may also message any topic you want to discuss for future videos. See you on our next video, Factors.